We examine whether the transition into and out of a multi-party democracy affects the extent of ethnic favoritism. Empirical challenges. Obtaining data on public expenditure in Africa is challenging due to underfunded statistical agencies. When data does exist, it is patchy, of poor quality, and rarely disaggregated, therefore making it impossible to uncover which ethnic group is getting what share of public expenditure. Estimation of ethnic bias requires observing what happens with public expenditure when there are switches of the ethnic group in power. In many African countries, this is difficult given the long tenures of post independence leaders and the fact that particular ethnic groups have tended to be dominant for extended periods. To estimate the impact of institutional changes such as democratization on ethnic favoritism, one would ideally observe switches between democracy and autocracy under the same leader, which is far from common. Our approach. We overcome several of the challenges. 1. Post independence Kenyan districts are dominated by a particular ethnic group. This geographic pattern of ethnic demographics has remained stable over time. This allows us to directly assess using road outcomes by district whether or not ethnic groups that shared the ethnicity of the president disproportionately benefited from roads. Number 2, road expenditure can be directly measured. We use historical project level data to recover road expenditure data. This has enabled us to construct district level panel data on road expenditure and actual road construction for all 41 Kenyan districts across the entire post independence period of 1963 to 2011. 3. In the study period, 1963 to 2011, roads are the largest single element of public expenditure in Kenya at 15%. This is 3 times the government expenditure on health, education, or water. Road expenditure is centrally located and is a highly visible form of public investment and thus a prime target for ethnic favoritism. The post independence history of Kenya provides us both with switches in the ethnicity of the president and switches into and out of multi party democracy under the same president, as illustrated in Figure 2. Our findings. We first illustrate our results using maps of the road network across key years in Kenya's political history. See Figure 3. The pink areas represents the 6 Kalenjin dominant districts, 11% of national population, while the green area represents 7 Kikuyu dominant districts, 20% of national population. Comparison of the paved road maps for 1979 and 1992 gives a first visual indication of ethnic favoritism. The paved road network in and around the green Kikuyu districts appear largely frozen between these 2 years. In contrast, the paved road network in and around the pink Kalenjin areas expand dramatically.